Well, welcome inside Geisman Gymnasium for the first time of the 2021 season. It's been the first home game for the Cougars since February 18th of last year, where they played Marion Sabres. They won, but now returning to the court for the first time are the Concordia Chicago Cougars taking on the DePauw Tigers. I'm Carter Gladhill, joined by Macy Klein, as we get ready for the exciting January afternoon full of basketball and NAC conference play. Hey, Macy, it's great to be here. I'm excited to be up here with you. What are your initial thoughts about this game here?
It sure has been a long time coming for the Cougars, as DePauw already played a game. They're hot and ready, coming off a record win with 148 points against Greenville. And, you know, the Cougars are hot and ready, and we're ready to roll.
You mentioned DePauw coming off a historic game as they set a new team record of 148 points previously held against Ball State from the 1969 season. Now the Cougars are going to be a little depleted today. They have 11 players out, notable players: Tavares Williams, Jordan Matthews, J.J. Schwartz. As mentioned, Landon Gladney is not playing. So if you're Coach Kohler, Macy, how do you combat the injuries of the COVID-19 as well as just some of the restrictions?
Well, Carter, all you got to do is focus on your game, your goals. These guys have been practicing for several months now, getting ready to compete against the DePauw Tigers, and all you can do is work with what you have and work hard and just play your game.
Well, we're going to take it down to public address announcer Jim Egan for the national anthems and the starting lineups.
With the playing of our national anthem. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome everyone that is watching on our live stream this afternoon. Today's game is between the Tigers of DePauw University and the Cougars of Concordia University, Chicago. Here are the starting lineups. First for the Tigers. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore from Topeka, Indiana, number 10, Elijah Vale. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Plymouth, Indiana, number 13, Nick Felke. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Bloomington, Indiana, number 31, Josh Hall. At forward, a 6'6" senior from Fishers, Indiana, number 32, Aaron Schenk. And at forward, a 6'5" senior from Noblesville, Indiana, number 45, Nolan Ginther. The assistant coach is Dennis Harrington, and the head coach of the Tigers is Bill Fenley. And now, here are the starters for the Concordia Chicago Cougars. At guard, a 6'1" freshman from Brown Deer, Wisconsin, number 1, Justin Rainway. At forward, a 6'2" freshman from Legion, number 23, Emmanuel Wilson. At guard, a 6'3" junior from St. Joseph, Michigan, number 14, Isaac Reynolds. senior from Southgate, Michigan. Number 5, Joe Childers. And at guard, a 5'7" senior from Bensonville. Number 15, KJ Kenta Jones. The assistant coaches are Matt Malky, Jordan Foster, and Kevin Howard. And the head coach of the Cougars is Steve Kohler.
Well, there you have it. You have your starting lineups for today's matchup against the Tigers and the Hall, Shank, and Ginther. And for the Cougars, Childers, Rudell, Jones, Greenlee, and Wilson. Macy, right before tip-off, let me give 2 players we're going to watch on both sides of the ball today in this game.
For the Cougars, keep an eye out for Isaac Rudell as he is returning starting guard for the Cougars. Last year he put up some outstanding numbers. He started 14 out of 25 games and led the NAC in 3-pointers. And for the Tigers, we've got Aaron Shank, who's the leading scorer at Greenville, put up 32 points. That's very impressive. We also have Nick Felke, who put up 13 assists at Greenville. So we'll see the offensive game for the Tigers, how they adapt today.
You might notice for the Cougars some new faces to the lineup. Justin Greenlee and Emmanuel Wilson, 2 freshmen getting the opportunity to start today. And I'll tell you right now, Emmanuel Wilson, I've seen him practicing. He's got some hops, so maybe watch out for a dunk or two from the young man out of Wheaton, Illinois. As we tip off here, the Tigers have the ball. As they swing it around side, Hall is dribbling towards the middle, looking for a post entry, but a foul is called. And Childers with the early one for the Cougars. Something to keep out for the Cougars. They've won their last 2 home games in the last 2 years, and under Steve Kohler in his second season. And went 8-17 last year, but played some tough competition. You can remember the double overtime win against WLC, 116-113 to open up the season. Looking to continue some of the success they found late in last year. Shot clock winding down, 5-6. Rudell tips it, got to find a shot out. Hall gets it, and a charge is called. Childers taking the blow under the paint, and the turnover for the Tigers. Foul is called on Hall, and the Cougars have some early momentum off of that great play by Childers.
One thing to look for defensively is the Tigers are looking to put pressure on the Cougars against any opponent they have. So as long as we keep up that intense ball pressure as they would apply to us, we'll be fine.
So bringing up the ball is Kenta Jones. You might remember him from last year, had some favorable minutes too. As he running it, and turnover early for Wilson. Give the ball back to the Tigers. As we mentioned, the Cougars a little short-handed today. 11 players are out. So we're going to be relying on that young talent for Steve Kohler and the Cougars. Against a team coached by Bill Fenlon, the most wins in games coached at DePauw's men's basketball history. As Ginther with the point, swings it over to Hall. He's trying to drive. Finds some room, spins around, throws it up. Rims in and out, gets his rebound. Then rebound fought and got by Kenta Jones and passed over to Greenlee. He'll push tempo up the court. And he'll kick it outside to Wilson, who swings it to Rudell. And the Cougars back it out. Childers swinging it over to Greenlee. There's the dangerous three-point shooter, Isaac Rudell. Pivots around, floats it up off the back iron, and rebound pulled down by Ginther, and a foul is called on Rudell. Ginther, the leading rebounder for the Tigers last year, averaged about 6 rebounds per game. Cougars applying some full court pressure. Greenlee meeting Hales on the ball. Pokes it away, but he's regained his dribble. And there you go, Macy. You talk about some of the tempo we'll see as he gets Jones to jump up, and a wide open shot from Hall is coming up. Good move inside as we get the first basket of the game. Cougars swinging the ball up top, looking to get something going. As you can mention, you can see DePauw has some favorable height in this matchup. A lot of smaller guards out for the Cougars. Jones with the three. That one misses the mark and corralled in by Hall. Tigers scored 70 points a game last year. They defied that with their amazing shooting from last game, and that the big three-pointer from NBA lane from Elijah Hales. Cougars 0 for 2 from the field right now. We've gotten 2 quality shots up. Childers with a 3. No good. Almost got the second chance off the brim, but it didn't fall. Shank bringing the ball up for the Tigers. Entrance pass into Ginther. Spin move to the corner 3. And it's good. Felke drains the 3, and the Tigers are on an 8-0 run to start the game, and a timeout is called by the Cougars. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll come back on the Cougar Sports Network as the Tigers jump out to an early 8-0 lead. We're back in action here in Geisman Gymnasium. Early timeout called by Steve Kohler as the Tigers seem to be coming out feisty on offense, and the Cougars looking to regroup. As we mentioned, Emmanuel Wilson, one of the freshmen starting today, getting a chance alongside Justin Greenlee, who sticks it out. The KJ Jones for a 3. Just off the mark. And the Cougars have yet to make a shot. So now 0 for 4 from the field. On the other side, the Tigers 3 of 4, 2 threes. We're giving them an early lead. Wilson fell down but regains his balance. Kicked out. Hales for 3, and that's good. He's off to a hot start with his second 3.
One offensive key I'd like to point out for the Cougars is ball movement, simple ball movement to get the defense moving, get them tired, get them working.
Now, Macy, you're on our women's basketball team here, and you're seeing them running a set play, but what are the Tigers doing defensively that's so well right now?
Communication. Communication's key, ball pressure. After all, pressure is opportunity, as you saw right there with amazing defensive rebound.
So Cougars all out of sorts on defense in transition. And the basket falls for Aaron Shank, the senior out of Fisher, Indiana. And the Cougars are trying to get on the board still. We've almost played 5 minutes into this half. They're 0 for 5 from the field. And like you mentioned, Macy, they're trying to run a set offense here. It's proven to be effective. Cougars almost scoring 80 points a game last year. Open lane drive for the freshman Emmanuel Wilson. Welcome to college basketball with your first points. So a chance here for the Cougars to keep the Tigers where you want to be. Down 11 early, but still manageable. Good defense by Wilson. Hands up with but the senior Ginther putting some moves on the freshman. Ginther gets his first points of the game. Shot up Brudell. Off the back iron. Rebounded and pushed up tempo. Fast break. Another chance for Ginther. Layup. And he makes that too. So a surprising start here as the Tigers look like they picked up right where they left off against Greenville. Already scoring 17 points in roughly 5.5 minutes of play here in Geisman Gymnasium. Swing pass is going around the top for the Cougars. Dwayne Burns Jr. in for the game. Another shot by Wilson. He's missed. Dwayne Burns Jr. put in by Coach Kohler, the senior out of Maywood, Illinois. He's a lockdown defender. Electrifying player to watch for sure, so keep an eye on him. Hall driving into the lane, fighting off some pressure.
Like I said before, the Tigers coming off a hot win against Greenville, scoring 148 points. That is a high scoring game. And like they know how to score.
I think one thing too, if you're the Cougars, you're struggling with some of the lack of veterans out there. We mentioned Landon Gladney's out, JJ Schwartz is out, as well as Brett Hatton is out, and that shot is missed off the mark from Greenlee. And another fast-paced tempo, and it's knocked out. But Macy, here we go again. It looks like the Tigers are just pushing tempo as we get some substitutions. How can you be the Cougars if you can stop that tempo? We got some substitutions in. Joel Childers is in. Gabe Ellis is in too. Shot is missed off the mark. Also as well, Justin Greenlee comes out. Isaac Rudell is out. Emmanuel Wilson comes out too. Jordan Schmidt checking in for the first time. First time in a game for the Maroon and Gold. Some substitutions, too, for DePauw. Halls is out, and a shot goes up. That one just missed for KJ.
Cougars are creating great shots, great opportunities. They're just not falling yet.
As you mentioned, and a turnover there for the Tigers, but, yeah, Cougars struggling right now from the field, 1 of 10. Not what you want to see in the early going here. And it's just two sides of offensive ball, Macy. One team is making all their shots, 80% for the Tigers. Cougars struggling, only shooting 10%. Checking into the game now for the first time, too, freshman Javen Reed from Wheeling, Illinois. And a good cut down there, good pass. And just missed that one. Ball squeaks away back up to the top of the key as Dwayne Burns Jr. gets the ball and looks up to shut up shop. Coach Kohler encouraging the Cougars to keep moving. Schmidt out to the corner. Wilson drives, pivots, looks for some help, and sees Schmidt driving on the baseline. And a good play there. Jordan Schmidt recording his first points as a Cougar. Energy still high for the Cougars. The ball is brought up by Grant Nego. Drive by Ginther, powering through past Schmidt. That one's no good. Rebound over the back, but he still rims it out. Cole Brady gets it, kicks it out to the top for 13. Three is good. And Nick Felke with his first points of the game. And a little stoppage of play. You got some extra shoving going on at half court. Another substitution change here for Coach Kohler and the Cougars. Isaac Rudell is back in. Emmanuel Wilson, too. And Gabe Ellis is in, too. But Macy, again, we've seen this kind of dominance where we've seen the senior Nolan Ginther picking on some of the freshman forwards that are in for the Cougars. What can you do defensively if you're Coach Kohler to eliminate that?
Just ball pressure. Ball pressure is key. Like I said before, pressure is opportunity. We may have a disadvantage with not all of our players, with not all of the Cougars players back and injured and everything going on with COVID, but the best you can do is apply pressure.
Gabe Ellis for three, and that's good. He did not appear last year, but when he did as a freshman, he went 1 for 1, make it 2 for 2. He's number 11 for the Cougars, displaying the long-range shot. Isaac Rudell battling in the paint and good help side defense from him, sliding down, denying Felke of a layup. As he'll get the ball back up, and Felke over Rudell. That one's just off the front iron. Rebound by Ellis, and the ball is being pushed up tempo. He'll stop, he'll cut, and he'll just throw one off the bottom of the backboard. Seemed to be some contact. 3-on-1 for the Tigers. And all the way is Felke as he'll take the layup in. So Felke now. He's been looking good. Ellis for three. Off the mark. Tigers get the ball back again. Felke pushing tempo. Nice spin move in the paint. Off the backboard and a timeout called by Coach Kohler. Full timeout. Scores 26-7. We'll take a break here as the Cougars try to figure out some stuff on the offensive, defensive side of the ball against a really fast-paced, energized DePauw Tigers team. Welcome back inside Geisman Gymnasium. We're off to a fast start halfway through the first half, and the Tigers, who dropped 148 points on Greenville in their first game, picked up right where they left off and dropped 26 on the Cougars. Cougars are in single digits. Macy was a pretty adamant Coach Kohler in the timeout. What was he telling his team, and what can you do if you're the Cougars to stay in this game?
Well, as we've seen, Carter, the Tigers are doing a great job of picking apart the Cougars' defense in transition. Kohler said in the timeout, we got to just apply ball pressure and make sure that we're hustling to get to each spot, get to our player, communicate who we've got.
Jordan Schmidt getting a little bit of tossing around on the cut side. On the baseline now as Wilson kicks it out to Ellis. Up in the three, and that shot is missed off the mark for Reed. Nick Felke's got 10 points for the Tigers right now. He's on a hot start. He's 4 for 5 as well from the field. So he's got the Flames in his hand and looking to shoot if he gets the ball. Decker is into the game for the first time. The foul is called on the freshman Javen Reed. Isaac Rudell is out of the game now. Justin Greenlee is in as we get another substitution. Joel Childers coming in, as well as Dwayne Burns Jr. And for the first time, Kieran Heller from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, the freshman, making his debut for the Cougars. Baseline drive. Put on the moves by Niego, and that one is back in. And good tap in by Cole Brady. So Dwayne Burns Jr. with the ball at the top of the key. Cougars still in single digits. As Wilson swings it out to Burns. Heller is over to the side. Wilson for three. And he's good. So the Cougars crack double digits. Still trail 21 right now. Swinging over to the top is Decker. And is swiped away by Wilson. Wilson pushing tempo. 2-on-2. Contested. Just missed the layup. A good push by the freshman trying to get another basket. Entrance pass into the post for Brady. He'll put one over Reed, and that's good. Brady now with 4 points on the day. So the score is 30-10. Miscorrection at the scores table. With 30-10 as the score right now. Dwayne Burns Jr. throws an awkward shot off. Looking for some help, and nothing was there. But the Cougars, again, the struggle shooting. 4 of 17, 2 of 8 from behind the arc. We got a couple substitutions into the game as well. James Havrilla is into the game for the first time for the Tigers. We get some nice moves from the top by Grant Niego. You might know his brother Nolan Niego, the sophomore. The ball is swinged around, but Hales is looking good. He's in the corner looking for some help, and defensive play by Dwayne Burns Jr. He's pushing tempo. He'll pull it back out for Kenta Jones, who fakes the shot. Swinging it around, and good ball movement from the Cougars for the three. Great movement as Kieran Heller scores his first points. Macy, good ball movement from the Cougars. So now we get some defense chance from the bench of the Cougars. Ball is tipped out. And Justin Greenlee will come in. Gabe Ellis will come in. Pull-up shot from the right side. That's good for three. Noah Niego. So he'll get his first points of the day on that three-pointer. And the Cougars are down 20 right now. Greenlee driving, spinning in the paint. He'll pull up one shot. Doesn't get the roll. But Kenta Jones with the shot. Rudell, three. That's good.
2 great possessions of ball movement. Second chance shot goes in. Perfect execution.
Get the hands Get the ball in the hands of your junior sharpshooter who at one point led the NAC in three-point percentage. An aggressive foul called on Justin Greenlee. That'll be his first. Checking in now is Nick Felke and Josh Hall. And coming out of the game, Ken Decker. But Greenlee still applying a pressure at the top of the key. And he swings it over to the key to Nolan Niego. Pull-up shot from top for Niego. Good fake by Felke. He gets double-teamed on the baseline. Tipped away by Rudell. And Greenlee gets the ball as he pushes it over to Dwayne Burns Jr. Greenlee, deep three. And that misses the mark. Felke is pushing tempo. He's done that the whole game. We got a drive, but a foul is called. Dwayne Burns Jr. doesn't like that one, but it's going to be called against him. And Jordan Schmidt looking to check into the game. Coming in for Justin Greenlee. And a timeout called by Bill Fenlon.
DePauw takes a 30-second timeout.
It's a 30-second timeout. We got 6:11 remaining in the first half. The score is 33-16. It's all been the DePauw Tigers. We'll keep it here. Macy, it's one of those games right now, if you're the Cougars, where everything's fallen for the opponent and nothing's fallen for you. Nick Felke is leading scorers right now with 10 points. He's 2 of 3 from behind the arc. If you're the Cougars right now, you got to find something to do. What do you do on the offensive side if you're trying to get back into this game?
If shots aren't falling, one thing to do is get inside. Since our shots are going everywhere, Cougars' shots are going everywhere, they're not falling. Getting in, getting those offensive rebounds and getting up those boards, drawing a foul in the process and getting to the line.
Cougars committed 5 fouls in this half. The Tigers only 1. So maybe if they drive inside a little bit more, it might draw some more fouls to get a chance at the bonus as we play on in the first half with 6 minutes remaining. Dwayne Burns Jr. is still aggressive. That's one thing you like to see out of a player if you're Coach Kohler. A guy that doesn't play that much in the first couple years and now as a senior, he's coming on. Good defensive play. He came on really well at the end of last year. Career-high 5 points against Marion in the final game of the season. And he's got a tough task as he gets pushed off by Hall. And a blocking foul is called. Jordan Schmidt fell to the ground. Looked like his feet were on the restricted area in the paint. And going to the line now is Josh Hall, the senior from Bloomington, Indiana. Shot 62% from the line last year. Misses the first one. The Cougars still trailing big right now, down 33-16. 6 minutes left. Misses the second free throw, so a good foul, I guess you want to say, from Schmidt. As he gets the ball back from Ellis. As Kenta Jones is looking in. And you mentioned it, trying to find it inside. Right idea there, Macy. You mentioned trying to find the inside, but just a nice steal from the Tigers. Open three look from Felke. He misses. Offensive rebound come up. And the and one. As Elijah Hales.
With a team of great three-point shooters, you never want to leave somebody out in the open like that and then draw in the foul to bail them out.
So Justin Greenlee is checking in, as well as Joel Childers. And for the Tigers, 32, Aaron Shank. As Elijah Hales is at the free throw line for the and one. And in and out now. So he only gets the 2. Steele pops back up to the top, open 3 from the corner. Hales gets the shot. And I guess if you miss the free throw, you might just get the three-pointer. It's been all Tigers here in the early going, up 22 in Geisman Gymnasium. Story of the game right now has just been sharpshooting, and the Cougars failing on offense. But Wilson gets the rebound, kicks it out. Childers misses the three. He'll get it back one more time from Dwayne Burns Jr., and that one's going out of bounds. So Nolan Ginther is going to check in for the Tigers now, getting the well-deserved rest. He's got 4 points and 2 rebounds. And coming to the bench, and Nolan Nego with a three-pointer. So full court pressure now as Greenlee gives up the sideline, trapped by the Cougars. And a big drive by the big man. Good inside movement from the Tigers. Nolan Ginther to Aaron Shank for 2. That's what we need on the Cougar side of the ball right there, is good attacking, and that's what you can get from transition. And a foul is called, but good take. As Emmanuel Wilson's going to go to the free throw line for his first attempts as a Cougar.
Fouls out number 32, Aaron Shank, his first, team second.
And he converts the shot.
One more free throw for Emmanuel Wilson.
We mentioned the freshman, Emmanuel Wilson from Wheaton, Illinois. And he'll get the pair of free throws to fall.
Wilson hits both free throws. Tigers 40, Cougars 18, 4.5 to go in the first half.
As you can hear our public address announcer, Jim Egan, saying 40-18 with 4.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Tigers are cruising on offense. Cougars trying to slow them down. Just a little bit too hard off the backboard was Ginther's shot. Corralled by Greenlee, and he's pushing tempo. Wants the lane. He gets it, and the and one. Good play by the freshman. As you mentioned, Macy, earlier on, if they can exploit the paint, they can find themselves back in this ball game.
And as I mentioned earlier, getting into the lane, drawing those fouls, and getting to the line.
Aaron Shank, his second, team third. Counted asking by Justin Greenlee, and he'll have one shot.
So Greenlee looking to convert the and one. And the announcer's jinx. My bad, Greenlee, but it's okay. That's what happens when you have no fans in the stands right now. You can hear a little bit of everything, but all the players are socially distanced on the bench behind us. As a shot goes off from Hales, offensive rebound by Aaron Shank, and he gets it to go. But Shank's been commanding the paint. He's been looking well. He's got 6 points now. Good baseline drive. Freshman to freshman. Emmanuel Wilson from the good feed from Justin Greenlee. Nearing the 3.5-minute mark in Geisman Gymnasium for the home opener for the Cougars, season opener. First time there's been basketball here for the men's team since February. As Greenlee pulls up a little bit outside, misses, but a rebound is from Ginther.
Greenlee, the freshman, has been doing a great job of pushing the ball up the floor, looking for looks in transition. Just aren't falling.
And that's what you want to see from a young freshman in his first game, is just being established in the offense, working the system a little bit. As another shot falls for Ginther. But Macy, as a freshman, it's your first game. You come into a powerhouse game against DePauw, who put up a record number of points. You know you're going to get yourself a battle. If you're a freshman in this situation, how do you work inside of the offense? Working through some technical difficulties on our part. But a good Euro step from Hales, and he'll get his rebound off a tip. And another beautiful move from Josh Hall as the big man gracefully glided down the paint for another bucket. Greenlee out. The Wilson three is good. And Wilson is now 2 for 4 from behind the three-point arc. And somehow Elijah Hales split defenders, and it just looks too easy for the man right now, as he's got 11 points.
The Tigers have really done a great job of pushing the ball in transition and getting those open looks and picking apart the Cougars' defense. They're just getting in there and finding those gaps to score.
Shot up, missed by Schmidt. As we reach the 1.5 minute mark to play in the first half.
Cougars are shooting a lot of contested shots right now.
And another open look three. That missed the mark. Another miscommunication by the Cougars on the defensive side. You mentioned you can't have that if you want to get back in this game. Shot missed by Gabe Elias. And it's going to be a 2-on-1 opportunity. Oh, good play there by Joel Childers. As they're trying to slow tempo down. We're not going to do that, though. He wants a three. Rattles in and out. It's Emmanuel Wilson's shot. And you'll see Bill Fenlon telling his team to slow down with a 21-point lead with 40 seconds left in the first half. They're probably going to wind this thing down as much as they can. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Running the weave up on the top. Shot up and just off the mark is Nick Felke. So the Cougars shot clock off. 25 seconds left. Will take the last shot. Greenlee dribbling right by the new Cougar head. As we got a new court here in Geisman Gymnasium over the summer, getting its first use finally in the basketball season. With 8 seconds left, Greenlee, and getting a screen, kicks it back over. And driving in is Heller, and a foul is called. Wilson. So the foul is called on Aaron Shank. But a good move by Wilson as he'll make his second trip to the free throw line. Should mention that Wilson is leading all Cougar scorers with 12. Now 13. He has a game-high 13 points. So an impressive start from the freshman from Wheaton, Illinois. The 6'2 guard. And that shot is good. So another substitution in for the Cougars. Dwayne Burns Jr., Kenta Jones coming in for Wilson and Elias. On the court now, we got Felke. Grant Niego also came in. And a football pass is lobbed up. Turnaround shot. And just off the mark is Aaron Shank's shot. And it's the end of the first half in Geisman Gymnasium. It's beautiful if you're the Tigers. Ugly shooting for the Cougars. It's 48-29. And we'll see you on the other side for more Cougar basketball on the Cougars Sports Network. Welcome back inside of Geisman Gymnasium. I'm Carter Gladhill, joined by Macy Klein. And Macy, ugly first half right there. It's a 19-point deficit for the Cougars, down 48-29. And you mentioned one thing is the paint. This is where the game has been so far. But what are the Tigers just seem like they control that area very well.
One thing the Tigers are doing well is they're able to get into the paint and drawing those defenders out to get to those open shots, which is where most of their points are coming from. We have a great team of three-point shooters, so them drawing in the defense is going to be key for them in the rest of the game, as they've been doing so far. As far as the Cougars, they need to start doing the same thing. Shots obviously aren't falling. Cougars have been shooting a lot of contested shots. For the Cougars, I believe that the key to this next half is to get some O boards, get inside, get fouled, get to the line. We're shooting 80% from the line so far, which is a very good percentage as a team. And we just have to find a balance between rebounding and getting back in the transition on defense.
So the Cougars start with the ball in the second half as Justin Greenlee. Early basket for the freshman. And a good opening possession on the court as well. Emmanuel Wilson, Kenta Jones, Isaac Rudell, Joel Childers. Also out there are the original starters for the Tigers. As Aaron Shank swings it over to Elijah Hales. Hales has been having a good game, 13 points, 3 of 5 from behind the line. Look for the Tigers to keep feeding him. Ginther feeds it to Hall, who skips it over to the corner for Shank. He drives, he'll kick, and another shot, no. But they're working the shot clock, 2-1. Shot goes off, just missed, and a good possession there for the Cougars on the defensive side of the ball. And looks like they have a newfound energy and tempo after the locker room chat with Coach Kohler. But the man with that ball right there, Isaac Rudell, is going to be someone too. Joel Childers' shot missed off the mark. And a wide open man is Aaron Shank, and there you go again, Macy. The paint and the fast break, that's one thing the Cougars need to improve on. For sure, and leaving a high scorer wide open in the paint like that just is not going to cut it for the Cougars. So Rudell trying to make his way around, the basket just in and out. He's floated it over the 6'6", Aaron Shank. But we got a pick in the middle of the paint, and the ball is tipped and flipped around, and that's going out of bounds. It's going to go with the Cougars. As Justin Greenlee brings the ball up in his opening debut for the Cougars. He's got 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kenta Jones, baseline pass, swinging over to Childers. Good movement on the top. Greenlee, fadeaway shot. Air ball missed. Couldn't corral it. Was Wilson. And the Tigers are going to push it the other way. As Felke takes the ball at the top for the Tigers. Entrance pass in for Ginther. Puts the move on Rudell, and there's going to be a blocking foul before the shot. So foul on the court. It'll be Rudell's second foul. But Nolan Ginther, the leading scorer from last year's team, he also shot 50% from the field. And he's now putting the moves on the freshman. Reverse pass around, and good feed inside to Aaron Shank, as those two have been tearing up the paint for the Tigers. Now 34 points in the paint to the Cougars 10. Kenta Jones spin around, corner 3 for Rudell, and that's no good. Greenlee tips it away from Felke, but he retains possession. It's 52-31 as we just started the second half. We thank you for tuning in to the Cougar Sports Network. It's awesome to be back inside of the booth, inside Geisman Gymnasium, bringing you Cougar basketball for the first time in the 2021 school year. And a good take there by Emmanuel Wilson. Swings it over Rudell. He'll drive. He'll step. Can't finish the shot. Just missed. And that looked like a frustration foul there as Rudell now picks up his second foul. Correction, third foul. So returning now to the court is Dwayne Burns Jr. and Gabe Elias. and Ginther has the ball. Over the back call there by Dwayne Burns Jr. trying to be aggressive. And he'll get a foul called on him. So Burns now with 3. Rudell with 3. So 2 key players you got to watch for the Cougars that have foul trouble. And Burns Jr. is one of those aggressive defenders, so you got to make sure he's doing okay. And that ball is tipped out of bounds last by the Cougars, so it'll stay down in the court for the Tigers. So 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Inbound on the right side for the Tigers. Pump fake at the top was Hall. He'll take it in and he'll do a finger roll finish. 54-31 with 16:20 to play in the second half.
Good ball movement so far for the Cougars.
So Elias swings it over to the corner for Greenlee. He'll find it. He gets a blocking foul called on Josh Hall.
Tigers fouls on number 31, Josh Hall, his second, first team foul of the half.
So Hall picks up his second foul, first team foul of the half. As a baseline pass will be inbounded by Jordan Schmidt. He finds Gabe Elias at the top for the 3, and that's off the mark. So bringing it up now, overhead pass from Felke. Couldn't find another teammate, so that's out of bounds. But Kenta Jones is going to bring the ball up for the Cougars. He's one of the senior guards, veteran experience. With a lot of guys, even if they're sophomores, haven't had a lot of playing time here. Joel Childers getting his first chance to start today as well. And a couple freshmen too. Poked away by Schmidt. And he's one of those newbies to the court for the Cougars. Burns pounced it off his chest. Wasn't expecting that one. But Childers will load up for a 3. That shot is off the mark. And the Cougars are trying to find that three-point shot. Haven't found it yet in the second half. They're 0 for 3, 0 for 4 now. But Nick Felke has continued to dominate as he'll have 12 points on the game with that made layup. Gabe Elias. He's going to try to do some magic for the Cougars. Behind the back pass right into the arms of Nolan Ginther. And a 3-on-1 opportunity. A nice finger lay in. Elijah Hales. And a timeout called by Steve Kohler. 58-31. We'll take a quick break as we have Geisman Gymnasium. We got basketball here on the Cougar Sports Network. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back inside Geisman Gymnasium. I'm Carter Gledhill, joined by Macy Klein, as we're watching another offensive performance dominated by the DePauw Tigers with 58 points. Cougars struggling, 31 points. have yet to find a three-point shot in this half. They're 0 for 3. Macy, you're also noticing they're just taking some really bad quality shots.
Like I said before, they are taking a lot of contested threes. Baseline drives, a lot of those aren't always open, but they are creating opportunities, even if it's not there at first.
So the fade screen over to Gabe Elias didn't work as he stepped out of bounds with the ball, so that'll be a turnover. Haven't been a lot of those today, each team with 5. So it's been a pretty clean game in regards to possession time for each team. And a good move there by Ginther, spinning in the paint. As the senior is playing pretty well in the paint. He's got 8 points and 4 rebounds. Elias is going to swing it over, passes it to the wrong team. Intercepted by Hales. As Ginther's going to bring the ball up. Career high 15 rebounds in the last game against Greenville. And bodies hit the floor. There'll be a foul called on Ginther. The ball's going to go the other way. Ginther with his first foul, team's second. Dwayne Burns Jr. is going to come to the bench for a break. Checking in again is the freshman Javen Reed. I mentioned the guard from Wheeling, Illinois. And also into the game now, Kieran Heller, the other freshman, getting some time here for Steve Kohler's Cougars. Elias will kick it out to the corner for Schmidt. Schmidt loses the handle. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Cougars chuck up a 3 from Elias. Banked off the backboard wide. Didn't hit the rim. They got to put it up again. 1 on the clock. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. As the ball never hit the rim and the Cougars couldn't get another shot up. Good contested D from the Tigers. Justin Greenlee comes back in. Isaac Rudell is back in for the Cougars as well. Jordan Schmidt will take a seat. Javen Reed will come back down to the bench too. Bringing the ball up for the Tigers is Nick Felke. Double teamed at the top. NBA range 3 from Decker. But the ball is going to stay with the Tigers. Foul on the ground. Foul called on Kieran Heller. Heller's first, team's 4th. As the Tigers get an open shot from Felke, and he hits his 3. Felke's been pretty solid from behind the 3-point line. He's 3 of 6. And he's got 15 points, tying Elijah Hales for the Tigers as well. And that ball is ripped out of the hands of Emmanuel Wilson, pushed in tempo for the Tigers. Cougars are jumping everywhere, trying to get set on defense and trying to cut away from this 32-point lead. Neither hits it off of the back. Ginther hits it off the backboard, I should say. And the ball is out. It'll stay with the Tigers. And another substitution for Coach Kohler as Kenta Jones is coming in for Kieran Heller. Macy, it seems like this team, it's just uncharacteristic Cougar basketball right now. We usually see a lot of veteran play, but without that, the offense, the set offense right now isn't working for the Cougars offensively.
It definitely is hard to adjust to, being that the Cougars are more of a younger team this year with most of our veterans being out. I know for the women's basketball team, we're very young as well. It's very hard to adapt to, and you can see it in the game against the Tigers.
So the Cougars have played 4 freshmen so far that are newbies. And Eliza's shot is just a little bit short off the left side of the backboard. There's another open 3 is Elijah Hales. And Elijah Hales now has 4 3-pointers on the day, making his total to 18. Game high 18 points for Hales. He had 5 points in his last game against Greenville. The sophomore guard. A drive in from Greenlee, looking for some help. Can't find it. 6 on the shot clock. He's finding Kenta Jones for a 3. Front irons going out to the right.
great communication on the Tiger side and their D. They're really playing for each other on the defensive end. We just need to see it from the Cougars side on their defensive end.
Cougars are shooting 1 of 12 from the field right now on the offensive side. Tigers seem to be picked up right where they left off in the first half. 60%, 9 of 15. And just good assist basketball all the way around Grant Nego, I should say. Passed it over to Nolan Ginther. And the lead now extends to 39. So the Cougars are going to try to run a set play here, get some rhythm back on the offense. Greenlee back over to the top for Wilson. His shot off the mark. Rebound, Ginther, and foul called on Childers. Childers with his second foul. It'll be the team's 5th.
Fouls on number 5, Joel Childers, his second.
So Dwayne Burns Jr. is checking into the game again for the Cougars. He has 3 fouls. So the Cougars come out on a full court press, back off, but Burns Jr. is going to stay on his man, bringing up the ball. Contested, but good way to get the hands up is Isaac Rudell. And it seemed to be tipped off of Cole Brady's fingertips. So it's going to go down to the Cougars. Nearing almost the halfway mark in the second half. 70-31 is our score here in the home opener, season opener for the Concordia Chicago Cougars. It's Justin Greenlee. Slides a little bit on the floor, but a foul is called before. And a foul is called on the Tigers' Nick Felke.
Tigers foul on number 13, Nick Felke. His first, team 3rd.
Cougars scoreless in the last 8 minutes. Trying to find something to get going on the offensive side. Kenta Jones spinning off of his man. Surrounded by 3 Tigers. And Ken Decker comes away with it. And pushing it up on the right side is the freshman Grant Nego. He's been working well with his brother Nolan Nego. Both attended Lyons Township High School. And a foul is called, going to be against. We'll get that number to you quickly.
Fouls on the Tigers, number 24, Ken Decker.
On Ken Decker,
Team 4.
the senior guard. That's Decker's first, team's 4th. Kenta Jones is trying to run the point for the offense for the Cougars, Dwayne Burns Jr. He's been scoreless all day. Jordan Schmidt drives baseline, tries to go opposite on the baseline pass to Childers. He drives, contested by 3 Tigers, and he'll get the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. And Macy, you mentioned one of those things earlier, closer to the second half, the end of the first half. If the Cougars are able to get to the free throw line, that might help eliminate some of the deficit that they're in.
At halftime, they were shooting 80%, which I said is a great percentage as a whole team. Getting to the line is important.
So last year, Childers was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He misses this one.
One more free throw.
So one more for Childers. Cougars are shooting 4 or 5 today. That one toilet bowls out, and a rebound is on the bottom. Jump ball called. It's going to stay with it. Going to go with the Tigers. But again, you see Dwayne Burns Jr. He's around the ball.
Ball possession to the Tigers.
Coach Kohler calls him defensive maniac. Bringing up the ball is Grant Nego. And he does a nice crossover move. Sidewards pass. And a contested offensive board from Cole Brady, but he puts it up around 3 Cougar defenders. And the Cougars are just trying to find a way to stop the paint for the Tigers. Fade around shot by Schmidt is no good. And here come the Tigers again, pushing tempo. On a 24-0 run in the last 10 minutes. Cougars are just trying to get the ball in the basket at some point. Dwayne Burns Jr. says, why not me? Stuck on the baseline, looking for some help. Childers gets the ball corralled, and that one's tipped away. Cougars now have 10 turnovers on the day. Got a better margin than they were last year, averaging almost 17. Good entrance pass into the top. And man, the Tigers just playing good basketball. Ken Decker connecting with Cole Brady. It seems like the Tigers are having their way with the Cougars right now. Up 43 points. 8:20 remaining in the second half. Kenta Jones swings it into the post. Javen Reed is into the game, and he travels. We're going to get a couple substitutions in. Isaac Rudell, Kieran Heller, and Emmanuel Wilson are going to check in for the Cougars. Nick Whistle is going to make his first appearance of the day. He'll come in and play. The junior guard from Overland Park, Kansas. Had 5 points in his last game against Greenville. But Macy, obviously this is not how you want to start your basketball season. DePauw is a very aggressive team on the offensive side, but if you're Coach Kohler right now, with the last 8 minutes of this game, what are you looking for your team to do?
Honestly, keep pushing the ball, keep getting those easy looks. As we've seen, shots aren't falling from all sides of the court. But getting those shots up and making something happen is all you can do in the last 7 minutes, 45 seconds of the game.
So a flop warning was just called on Isaac Rudell. It's one of those new rules implemented into the basketball game that was from last year. But Nolan Niego, he's bringing the ball up. Rudell has got 6 points, 2 of 5 from behind the three-point line. A little uncharacteristic of him. But Grant Niego is going at it again. He drops another one in. He gets his first points of the day.
Tigers are running a zone for the first time of the game.
Good look from the left side was Kieran Heller. Rebounded by Nolan Niego. And Tigers changing it up. It seemed like the Cougars had the right idea, but the shot didn't fall. They're shooting 1 at 16 this half. And it's just been an offensive struggle for the Cougars. Justin Greenlee gets the ball and he's pushing tempo. Can the Cougars score their first basket in a while? Yes, they can.
Great looking transition, looking for the open player.
So that breaks a 28-0 run in a scoreless 12 minutes for the Cougars. But Emmanuel Wilson doing his part for his team. He's got 17 points. He's the leading scorer for the Cougars. The ball is tipped out. It's going to stay with the Cougars. 2 players coming in for the Cougars. Dwayne Burns Jr., Kenta Jones subbed in. It seems like we're going to see James Havrilla coming in for the first time for the Tigers today, as Ken Decker is going to come to the bench, take a rest. Inbound pass is going to be coming from Greenlee. He chucks it over the top. One-handed corral by Gabe Elias. No look pass to the corner for Rudell. Cougars only scored 5 points so far in this half, and another turnover. It's been a half played with turnovers and just missed shots. You'd like to say it's sometimes how it is, and you want to find your stroke, but it just seemed obscurely odd today for the Cougars, as they haven't been able to find anything offensively.
Definitely an off day offensively for the Cougars. Getting great looks inside. We just can't put it in the hoop.
DePauw has had a 2-0 record against CUC. This is the first time they've played each other since the 1998-99 season. And a good drive in there by Isaac Rudell, and he gets the and one. Isaac Rudell continuing to play hard. And that's a good take there from the junior guard.
Riddell's definitely looked flustered this entire game, but he finally got to the rim and got to the line, and I know he's been looking for that the entire game.
Interesting enough, Isaac Riddell led the team in rebounding coming into this year. After the departure of some of the other significant players on the team, Zio Golding gone. But he is going to be one guy that the Cougars are going to look forward to make some big plays and be an all-around player for them in this season. Cole Brady drives, showing power. Pass is deflected off the fingertips of a Cougar.
It's definitely hard against a team like this to find a good balance between getting into the basket and rebounding and stopping them in transition, as they are a great transition team.
Dwayne Burns Jr. bringing the ball up on the right side. Kicked over to Kenta Jones. He's going to pull it out. Riddell, three, open look. That one misses the mark. Gets his own rebound. We talked about him being an aggressive rebounder and finds Kenta Jones. That shot's off. Dwayne Burns gets the rebound with steps out of bounds. And it's going to go the other way. 5 minutes left in this second half. Cougars down 40.
Good hustle play by Riddell, as the Cougars needed some more of that. Looking for those missed shots and finding that rebound to put it back up.
Something to note about the Tigers, too. 50 points in the paint today. The Cougars only 12. They've tried to settle outside, and that hasn't worked. And an and one call. Make it 52 points in the paint and make it another bucket for Cole Brady as he's going to the line to shoot a free throw for the and one. So Dwayne Burns is credited with the foul. That's his fourth. Team 6. So Emmanuel Wilson's coming in, checking in for Dwayne Burns Jr. We're also going to see freshman Cortez Stodmeyer is going to be checking in for the Tigers. The two-sport athlete at DePauw. He hasn't played his football season yet, which has been on pause because of the COVID-19 restrictions, but hopefully we get to see him play in the spring as well. As Brady's free throw is good. So the Cougars, they're now 43 points with 4 minutes left, just a bit over, as Riddell finds it in. And Wilson's shot is off the mark, defended by two Tigers. The Tigers are going to slow it down. Pressed by Greenlee. Good behind the back play. With a good pickoff play by Isaac Riddell. Pushing tempo. 3-on-2 opportunity. Childers for the three. His shot's off. So the Tigers going the other way. They seem to have everything going for them on the offensive boards. They've been sharing the ball well. Lots of passing and assists. As Brady trying to go up again for another dunk. He's got 11 points and 4 rebounds. As the clock continues to run in the first game for the Cougars. Kenta Jones crossover. Give back open, wide open look. Wilson, his shot is off the mark. Nick Whistle with the rebound. And bringing up the ball is Grant Nego. He got 2 points today. He's also been just good bringing the ball up and one of the focal points of the Tiger offense. Entrance pass in. And it's an offensive foul called, so the basket by Brady is no good. So Brady's going to get called with the charge. It looks like we're going to get some substitutions, so 4 new Cougars coming on. Kieran Heller, Gabe Elias, Jordan Schmidt, and Javen Reed are all in for the Cougars. Coming out of the game is Grant Nego. Coming in is freshman guard Max White from Indianapolis, Indiana, who made a sole three-pointer in his last game against Greenville. Corner three for Elias. That ball is off. Childers gets the offensive board, brings it out, swings it over to Schmidt. Elias is going to get the ball, drives in, kicks it out. Reed for 3. His shot's no good. And kicked out again to Heller. Schmidt's shot, he wants to drive, he wants it. Ball tips away, it's going to stay here, no foul called. Macy, if you're the Cougars, you're down 81-36 right now. You have your next game is going to be coming up soon. You have your Friday night game against Benedictine, who is a very good team, one of the top teams in the NAC conference. You also play them again on Saturday. How do you get prepared for that if you're Coach Kohler and the Cougars?
Well, obviously during this game, shots weren't falling. If that was the case, it'd be a whole different ball game. Against Benedictine, who's also a very solid team offensively and defensively, putting up those shots, driving in, looking for those opportunities, drawing defenders in the paint to get those wide open looks outside is going to be key for them on Friday.
So we got a foul called on Javen Reed. Because of the bonus, it's going to send Max White to the free throw line. The Tigers are going to have a game on Thursday against Wabash at 7 p.m. as White hits the first free throw. He misses his second. Ball is tipped out of bounds through the leg pass. What a play there by the junior Nick Whistle. Another foul is called. As Ryan Jacobson took a hard fall to the court. So he's going to be shooting again. So Javen Reed with his third foul, team 8th. Jacobson hits the shot. Another freshman checking in for the Tigers, Carson Gettle from Brazil, Indiana. Jacobson misses the shot. Foul called, going the other way. It looks like Heller took a shot to the face, but it looks like he's all right. Foul's going to be called on Jacobson. Macy, I guess the one bright spot here for the Cougars, we'll talk about this after the free throws from Kieran Heller. And that one goes in. I guess the one bright spot, Macy, if you're the Cougars, is your freshman. It was one of those games where you're just trying to get your feet under you. But Emmanuel Wilson, 17 points, led your team. He's also 3 of 7 from behind the arc. You got to feel pretty confident about your team going into the next game if you've got your young one starting again because of maybe some of the COVID restrictions.
Definitely. As a freshman, having that confidence and having the ability to take the ball, set up something, have the confidence to go in, get those shots is going to be huge, especially for the next 4 years as they continue to grow in that aspect of the game.
So Gettle blew past the defenders, open layup, couldn't make it. Ball's going to be tipped out and it's going to stay with the Tigers. As we reach 2 minutes and change here inside a Geisman Gymnasium. Inbound passed in under. A little bit of wide shot for Havrilla as the Cougars are pushing tempo, trying to show a little bit of life late here. Schmidt's 3. It's good. Jordan Schmidt putting his name in the scorebook. He's continuing to have a good debut for the Cougars with 5 points. And driving all the way down is Max White before he gives it to the Cougars. Childers gets the feed up. And you mean good look, Macy. That was a great way. That's what you want to see if you're Coach Kohler to the end of the game.
Definitely pushing the ball in transition. They needed that the whole game.
Cortez Stodmeyer, the two-sport athlete, he gets fouled. So Gabe Elias with the foul. That sends Stodmeyer to the free throw line. He had 2 points and a rebound in his debut against Greenville. And he's going to shoot some free throws. Only one. The 1-and-1. Ball is kicked out over the side for Jordan Schmidt. He wants to push it. He's an aggressive guard, and he gets rewarded with another point. So Jordan Schmidt turning on the burners as we reach the 1 minute mark in this game.
Schmidt being very coachable in that play as Coach Kohler in a timeout told the guys to protect the ball when they're going in, and he did exactly that.
Protecting the ball, going up aggressively. Elias doing it again, and a blocking foul is called. Foul called on Carson Gettle. So that's going to send Elias to the free throw line. Shooting 2 shots. Elias didn't appear as a sophomore last year. But went 1 of 1 from the three-point arc in a game against MSO Lee as a freshman. As he's been having a good day for him, 7 points and 3 steals. Cougars try to apply some of the full court pressure. Open shot for Gettle. His shot misses. Rebound corralled by Reed. And Elias is pushing it up on the right side of the court. He's looking to attack, loses his dribble, hits off his shin and goes out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover, and it's going to go to the Tigers. Shot clock is off. We've got 30 seconds left in this game. So the DePauw Tigers are going to go to 2-0 on the season. Back-to-back offensive dominant performances. And they'll take on Wabash on Thursday at 7 p.m. Good steal by Jordan Schmidt. He's going to try for a last-second basket. Slips. Awkward fall. Hopefully he's all right. But it looked like he slipped trying to pull up and put a jump stop down. And be smart. Looks like there's going to be no fouls. Max White brings up the ball. 5 seconds left. And with that, the Cougars fall in the first game of the 2021 season, 83-47 to the DePauw Tigers. Macy, it wasn't a pretty one. You get your first game under your belt, though. You got a game on Friday against Benedictine. What do you do to prepare in this week of practice?
Picking up the intensity in practice is definitely going to be key. Again, hitting those shots, that is crucial to the game. It was unfortunate those shots weren't falling. Again, if they were, it would have been a completely different ball game. They had good looks, just weren't falling. All they can do is focus on the next game against Benedictine, who's also a great all-around team, offensively, defensively.
So instead of handshake lines, we get waves and hellos with masks on, as that's going to be the closing remarks from the game. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast on the Cougar Sports Network. For Kristen Keller, the Athletic Communication Director, Justin Borisset, the GA, Grace Miller on camera, Julia Beers, our director, Kayla McLeod, and Chandler Kerr on spotter. I'm Carter Gledhill, and thank you for joining us on the Cougar Sports Network. But we'll have exclusive content coming up with Coach Kohler in an interview after the game. Yeah, we don't want any Nick Saban problems up here with the headsets. Coach, it's the first game you've had since February of last year.
Yeah.
It was obviously one that didn't turn out well for you guys. But what did it feel like just to be able to come out and play a basketball game here in Geisman?
I mean, it felt great. I mean, it's been, a little under a year since we've played last. So, we just wanted to get out and compete. We've been practicing forever, like 43 practices, but we just want to get out and compete and kind of see where we're at, and that's what we were able to do today.
Emmanuel Wilson, one of the freshmen, getting a chance to start today. He had 17 points. He looked really well on the offensive side of the ball, flying around. What has it meant to you to see him in this first game for the Cougars?
Yeah, I mean, no one has improved on a daily basis more than E-Man. I mean, it's been unbelievable. And the reason he just keeps getting better is because he wants to be coached, he wants to be pushed, and he's just a sponge. And then he puts the work in. So, it was good. I mean, I don't know if we expected 17. We expected him to play his tail off because that's what he does is he rebounds and defends, and that's why he's out there.
You have a game on Friday scheduled against Benedictine, one of the top teams in the NAC conference last year. What's going to be your message to the guys this week in practice, getting ready to prepare for them?
We got to continue to prepare the right way, which we did, but we didn't do what we do at a really high level in the game. We got off of 1 foot a lot. We took some early contested shots, and that's not really what we do. We'll get a little bit more healthy for the Ben U game, so we'll have a couple guys back in the mix, and we'll continue to just go at it and compete.
Season like on any other in the 2021 basketball season. Thank you, Coach Kohler, for joining me. We will see you guys back here on Friday as the Cougars take on Benedictine University. Coach Kohler, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Best of luck on Friday's game. For everybody in our production crew, I'm Carter Gladhill. Thank you for tuning in to Cougar Basketball on the Cougar Sports Network. We'll see you on Friday night for some more game.